Hello Python programmers. In this video we're gonna make a small YouTube downloader and we're gonna download the video with the highest resolution. So I'm gonna start with importing Tkinter as TK, and from Tkinter we're gonna import everything. We're gonna import from PyTube, import YouTube, and we're also gonna import from Tkinter, import message box and file dialog. To set the icon, we need to import also C types, and that's to set the icon. I'm going to start with building my GUI. So I'm going to say root equals to tk.tk. I'm going to set the size root.geometry, and I'm going to set it to 800. I should put it between parentheses, 800 times 300. And I'm going to disable resizable, so it's not going to be resizable. I'm going to set the title to YouTube downloader. And I'm going to set a background color. So I'm going to say root config and backgrounds equals to, you can choose whichever hexagonal code you would like. I'm using reddish backgrounds and reddish tints in my application, but you can change it to blue or green or yellow or whatever color you prefer. And now I'm going to set an image, which is going to be the icon. So it's going to be image photo image. And now I have to call the file, and file is equal to f. Now we have to give in the path. So this is f projects YouTube downloader and film.png. Now I need to call for it. So I'm going to say root.icon photo, and pass in the variable. I'm going to write two built-in functions: string variants, which is going to create a string from URLs and from paths that we're going to give in. So I'm going to say video link equals to string var. What this string var is going to do when I pass in URL, so youtube.com/ta to download the video, it's going to transform it into a string and it's going to make it able to download it. And the other one I need is the path. So I'm going to say download path, and this is where we're going to save our video. And here is the same. It's gonna say f projects / YouTube downloader. It's gonna change it. It's gonna transform it to a string, so it can be downloaded to what's inside this direction. And now I'm gonna create three functions. So first I'm gonna create the functionality. I'm gonna create the browse function, so we can search for our folder where we want to save the video. And the third function that I'm going to create is to effectively download the video. And then I need to I need to set the buttons, and we're finished. So I'm going to start with the first function, which is going to define our functionality. So I'm going to say functionality. And here I will set my title label, and the link text, and the label for link. So I'll start with title label equals to label. I'm gonna call for my GUI, my root, and I'm gonna say text equals to YouTube video downloader. And here inside I can set padding, I can set the font, and I can set the background and the font color. So I will say padding X will be 10, and padding Y will be, oh, let's take 15. I will say 15. And font will be Arial. So font Arial, and font size will be 14. And the backgrounds, so my background is in reddish. You can change it yourself. If you type in Google hex HTML color codes, you will find those codes, and then you can change to the color you prefer. And the font color will be black, so FG equals to black. And now we need to define where we want to put this label on our grid. So it's going to be in the first row, the first column, and it will span over 3 columns. So I will say title label dot grid equals to, no, it doesn't equal to, and it's going to be the first row, it's going to be the first column, and the padding will be again 15. You can play with this, it depends of what you prefer, and it's gonna span over 3 columns. Okay, so this is the title label. Now I'm gonna create the link label, and I'm gonna say again label. I'm gonna pass in main variable, and the text will be YouTube URL. And the background will be 901.900. And now we're going to define it again where we want it on our grid. So it's going to be the second row, because it's going to be below the title, so the second row. And it will be column 0 because it will be on the left hand side, and pad X will be 15 and pad Y will be also 15. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna set is the link texts, and here we need to pass in, so main variable link text equals to, this is an entry because we have to paste in the URL, so root, and the width is going to be 40. The text variable will be video link. This is the variable that we created here previously, so video link. The font will be again Arial 14. And now we're going to define where we will put it on our grid. So link text dot grid is going to be the second row, the first column, and padding X will be 15, padding Y will be 15, and it's going to span over 3 columns again. Okay, now I'm gonna create my second function, which is the browse function. So I'm gonna say browse to location. So here we're gonna set in which folder we want to download our video. So I'm gonna say download directory equals to file dialog. So it's gonna ask us ask directory, in which directory we want to save our video. So initial directory, your path. The title will be save video. And here we're gonna set it. So download path.set, and I'm gonna pass in the variable download directory. Okay, that's it for our second function. The last function is to download the video, and I'm gonna say download vids. And we need to pass in a YouTube link. And this is going to be video link.get. The download folder, so download folder will be download path.get. So in order to download the video, first we need to get the URL, the YouTube link, and second we need to know in what folder we need to save the video. So get video equals to YouTube, and this is with 2 capitals, so the Y is in capital and T is in capital. It's a built-in function in PyTube. And here we're gonna pass in the YouTube link, and we're gonna call video stream equals to get vid dot streams dot get highest resolution. If you search in Google for PyTube Python package, you can find all the documentation, so you can play with this. You can also download the smallest resolution, and you can download also only audio. So imagine that you're downloading a DJ set or something and you don't want to have the video but you want the audio. You can change this built-in function to download only the audio. In this video we're gonna download the video, but you can adjust it to your own needs. So I'm gonna say video stream dot download, and I'm gonna pass in the folder where it needs to be downloaded. And after, when it's finished, I'm gonna write a message. I'm gonna say message box show info, and I'm gonna say success, comma, because this is the title and this is the message. The video has been saved, and maybe we can pass in the direction. So we'll say 2, and we need to do \n to have to do enter, and then we do download folder. So it's gonna pass in, it's gonna tell us that it saved the video, and it's gonna tell us in what folder we saved the video. Okay, now the only thing we need to do yet is to create 2 buttons. So we need to create the browse button and we need to create the download button. But we also need to create yet the label which is gonna define our path, so that we see to what path we selected. So we're gonna say destination label equals to label. I'm gonna pass in the main variable again, and text is gonna be path, or maybe selected path. It's gonna be more easy to understand. And background is going to be 901.900, and this is going to be below our URL. So destination label dot grid is going to be in the 3rd row, and it's going to be again column 0 because it's just going to be below our YouTube URL label. and path X will be 15, path Y will be 15. Now we need to define yet the label which is gonna display our path. So I'm gonna say root dot destination text equals to entry, and I'm gonna pass in the main variable root, and the width is gonna be 40, and the text variable is going to be download paths. So download paths, and the font is gonna be Arial 14, and now we need to define the position again. So root dot destination text dot grid, and it's gonna be in the third row, the first column, padding is going to be 15 and 15, and it's going to span over 3 columns. Okay, now we're going to create the 2 buttons. So the first one is the browse button, equals to button, and I'm going to pass in roots, and the text is going to be download YouTube video. The command is going to be the function download vids. No, the command is going to be the browse function, browse to location, and width is going to be 20, background 901.900, and relief is going to be groove. Okay, now we're going to define our position. So grid, and it's going to be on the 4th row, so it's going to be below, and on the 2nd column, and padding is going to be again 15. And now download button equals to button, and I'm going to pass in root variable again. The text is going to be download YouTube video. No, yeah, here it's going to be browse location. No, just going to be browse. Command is going to be the download function, download vids, and width is going to be 50. The background is 901.900, and relief is going to be groove again. And the position, row number 4 and column 1, and padding 15. And now we're going to call our functionality function and the main function. So root dot main loop, and this should work. We have to set the icon yet. So here I imported C types, and we have to write yet some code here. So it's going to be my app equals to, and my company dot my product dot sub product dot version. This is going to set the icon everywhere to the icon that I uploaded, so the film image. And here we should write C types dot win DLL dot shell 32 dot set current process explicit app user model ID, and we have to pass in the variable my app. And now if we're gonna run the application, the icon should be set, and that works. And this is our program, and here we have the icon that we have set, and I'm gonna copy and paste a URL inside, and we're gonna see if our program works. I'm gonna paste the URL inside, and I'm gonna browse to the downloads location. I'm gonna select this folder, and I'm gonna download the video. It could take a while, it depends on the size of the video. And our video has been saved to the downloads folder. So it works. And also here within the icon, it's changed to the icon that we chosen. So the default Python icon is gone. And that's due to our ctypes module that we imported. It's possible that it's giving an error to download a video, and it says restricted by age or by login. If that happens, we should open the main .py file, which is in the package of PyTube, and in my case it's saved in updata local programs Python 312 lib site packages PyTube, and then we have the main file. So in your case it will be installed in your path where Python is located, and you have to change line 253 with when there's something else written than Android, like for example Android client or something, we should change it to Android, and then we save it, and then it's going to download the video without any problems.